Đến học đi con cháu thì cũng là người cũng là người cá không. Thôi chị cũng là một trò chơi mà, cho thử xem nó như thế nào. Ừ, ừ, ừ. Ta 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 tan 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 tan.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Gì chưa?
Yeah, I'm awake.
Tôi đã tỉnh
Sorry,
dậy rồi.
I just can't
Nói,
sleep.
tôi không thể ngủ được.
Are you thinking about him?
Con nghe thế này vậy nấy.
Yeah, a bit. You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
Ghê lắm.
No, it's okay.
Không có gì
What
đâu.
else is on your mind?
Cái chuyện gì?
I don't know.
Tôi
It
không biết
seems
nữa.
weird,
Thấy
but
một
I
thứ
had
gì
one
đó
of the
là
most vivid
có lẽ như
dreams
đó
of
là
my
một
life.
frist.
I saw a
Tôi
fox
thấy một con
on a
cáo
snowy mountain,
và
just
nó
looking
đang đi trên
confused and
một
worried.
núi tuyết.
Those
Tôi
eyes,
thấy được một sự lo
I
lắng.
can't get those
Và đôi
eyes
mắt
out of
của
my
nó
head. She was running in the windy snow,
quay
looking
chạy
for something.
chạy trong cơn
Do you
lạnh
think
giá.
it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know.
Tôi không biết.
It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make
Nó là
sense.
một ước mơ, một
A lot's
ước
happened the past couple
nào
days, that's all.
con chúng ta bé nhìn nó sâu
Well,
vài
if
ngày trong
you're
một
not
thôi.
going to sleep anyway,
Thôi,
you
có
should
lẽ
tell
như
me.
nó
I want to hear.
không biết là gì.
All
Nó
right.
đây thấy như nó được rồi. Mình đang vào vai một cá là rồi bây giờ mình sẽ đi đâu đây? Ui gì vậy? Ê ơi.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
Con vô con đường này có để rồi con này nằm rồi, đi theo con đường mòn
She couldn't stay though.
cô.
She had to find her other two children, so she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient,
cái con đường cô ấy đã theo
something with
và
answers.
những tay này. Ôi cái cây đầu tiên ở phết chi và ngay trong gương.
The fox looked high and
Nó
low,
đã nhìn thấy một
searching for
cái
any sign of
dao
her
và
cubs.
sắt tìm kiếm cái cây
Points of light showed the way to this ancient
gì
tree.
đây, cái chỗ gì đây?
It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Tôi cảm thấy như sẽ không bị phía sau. có phải gì ta? Chơi thử coi con game này có chơi hay.
Did for a
Con
living?
nhớ gần bố tôi là
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
có cái gì?
That's one way of putting it.
Đó là
If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my
làm từ
father.
gỗ, xong chôm đi đâu đó để làm gì á thì tôi không biết. Khám này đang hành trình đi kiếm. Ê. Rồi chúc này. Có hai cục này sao nãy giờ chưa ra trời. đâu đấy, khó thật.
Usually those kids would
Đầu
leave me
tiên là
alone,
những đứa trẻ
but somehow they could tell
đừng
I was
của mình,
different.
nhưng bằng cách nào
They
đó
made fun of
có
how
thể
far
nói
away I
chuyện về
lived. They called my
lo
dad a
lắng, biết
sourdough.
thương,
I was a blabbermouth as a
mẹ
kid,
một cái gì đó
telling my
diễn
dad
ra
stories I
trong
made up
cuộc
for
sống.
hours. But after that show and tell,
Tôi vào đó.
I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Ôi trời, Nguyên sẽ tăng.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I've pretty much forgotten
Ồ,
until
chơi Nguyên
just
sẽ
now.
tăng luôn, bởi vì gì?
There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love
Xin
him.
lỗi, anh
You're
biết
going to
yêu
see him
mấy.
again soon and have some
Sắp
closure.
gặp lại
I'm sure.
thôi. Đúng rồi, sẽ sớm gặp lại không? Vấn đề là giờ mình đi đâu nữa ta? Kệ đi. Dí mà. Dí làm gì cơ mà.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you
Mà tôi
know?
nghĩ là
There's something special about having a place to call your own.
đi, đi
And
có
now
cái gì
look
không
at
kêu.
us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
Ok,
It's as close as we can get for now.
Đây là đúng tuyết buồn chứ. Ok, vậy là chúng ta đã xong chung cái phần đầu, đó là đi kiếm mấy cái đó hả? Ơi, giờ này là mùa xuân hả? Xuân hay thu ta? Mùa tiếp theo rồi.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages. Break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
Yeah. Double jump. Double jump. What the fuck, có cái xe bullet kia. Rồi. Ok. Đây. Cái xe cảnh sát này.
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside at Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
Cảm thấy rất thân thuộc. Ôi, đẹp quá đấy nhỉ. Trời trời, dưới kia có cái gì vậy? Pháo à?
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was going to be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I proved the ultimate point. But my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
Cái tác cuộc không có xấu mà đẹp thiệt. Công nhận mấy game này động họa đẹp chưa? Đột tâm sâu chuốt dữ. Ồ, kiếm ba cái. Rồi nữa là mình kiếm 3 cái vòng nhảy. Hơi mệt nha. Mà mình biết 2 cái nằm ở đâu rồi. Hai cái nằm đây, cái kia nằm chỗ nào không? Đây. tiên sẽ là cái khó nhất, cái nhảy. Kia thì có một cây. Thôi kệ bỏ qua đi.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was, and I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush and able to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
Mấy anh lấy không được hai cái kia lấy con cái. Cây. Cây phải liền luôn.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska. I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Ok, chương tiếp theo tôi quên luôn. Ui. Tôi nghĩ rằng thôi, chung là chơi thử cái này như thế nào chứ tôi mới vẫn còn bệnh, ra tôi không muốn chơi nhiều, tối nghỉ sớm nhé. Goodbye. Tạm thời như đây thôi. Hôm anh sẽ tiếp coi như thế nào. Goodbye. Bye nha. Từ chào.